Hello, welcome to the virtual college exploration for all of West Virginia students, sponsored by West Virginia Associate of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Officers and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. Just a few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. This is just one of the many different sessions that is happening, so please be sure to check out the full schedule at WVACRAO.org. This presentation is also being recorded and can be found at that exact same website. And now I'd like to turn it over to our presenter.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany Thompson, and I'm with Marshall University School of Pharmacy. So I'm now going to share my screen. Okay, so this is about Marshall University School of Pharmacy. And we are located in Huntington, West Virginia. So we are 45 minutes from Charleston, which is the capital of West Virginia, an hour and 55 minutes from Lexington, Kentucky, 2 hours and 30 minutes from Cincinnati, Ohio, 2 hours and 30 minutes from Columbus, Ohio, 3 hours from Louisville, Kentucky, 4 hours from Roanoke, Virginia, 4 hours and 20 minutes from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 4 hours and 20 minutes from Indianapolis, Indiana, 4 hours and 30 minutes from Cleveland, Ohio, 5 hours and 45 minutes from Richmond, Virginia, and then 6.5 hours from Washington, D.C. So you'll see some of the photos over here on the right-hand side are of our campus at Marshall. So just some career options in pharmacy. So you've got academic pharmacy, such as working in pharmacy practice, pharmaceutical science, ambulatory care pharmacy, which would be working at like an outpatient pharmacy, or like whenever you're discharged from the hospital, working like a meds to beds. You've got your community retail setting. So this would be working at like Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS, even there's some local pharmacies. So here in the Huntington area, we have Fruth Pharmacy. There's, several, and I'm sure wherever you're located at, there's several of those as well. You've got geriatric pharmacy, which is working in like a long-term care facility. You have your government and federal pharmacy, so working in the armed services, public health, FDA, Medicaid, even working for like the CDC. Your hospital and institutional pharmacy, so this is where you would specialize and do a residency, so working in like psychiatrics, pediatrics, oncology, critical care, cardiology, infectious disease, internal medicine, any of those areas. Nuclear pharmacy, so this will be working with a lot of compounding nuclear medications and then delivering these to hospitals. So if you like to stay up late and, kind of work like weird hours, nuclear pharmacy is a good choice for you. The next one is compounding pharmacy. So this is where you would actually compound the medication. The next one is pharmaceutical industry. So being a medical liaison, research and development, sales and marketing. So working, in one of the industries. So some of them that are close to us is like Mylan Pharmaceuticals. You also have in Indianapolis, you have Eli Lilly, and they do a lot with like diabetes medication. Pharmacy law and public policy, because laws are always changing and we definitely need people out here advocating for the field of pharmacy. Pharmaceutical research. So this is an option that as a pharmacy student, you can actually start doing research as soon as your first year of pharmacy school. And if you're interested in the different research that our faculty have ongoing here, you can go to marshall.edu/pharmacy and click on the research tab, and it'll let you know what we currently have ongoing. You also have your veterinary pharmacy. So if you like working with animals and are interested in that, this is a good option for you because, animals, they need medication just as much as humans do. So I know one of the rotation sites our students go on is in Lexington, Kentucky. So it's about 2 hours away, and they actually work with some of the horses that race in the Kentucky Derby. So a little bit of a breakdown about our program. We do have 55% of our students are located out of state, 45% of those students are in state. And that's just because West Virginia, as a lot of you are West Virginia students, know that West Virginia is just a really small state. You can drive the entire state within one day. Our male to female ratio is 46% to 54%. Our student to faculty ratio is 8 to 1, and then ethnic and racial diversity is 20%. So healthcare is team-based, so why isn't the classroom? So you'll see you've got this graph with the patient, and then you have all of the people who help the patient. So you've got your specialists, such as a nutritionist, therapists, such as physical and speech, such as, also occupational. You've got your physician, physician's assistant, your registered nurse, and your pharmacist. Forget boring lectures, engage in our active learning, experience the flipped classroom. So this is how our classrooms look. And this is, of course, pre-COVID. But our students sit typically grouped at tables, 6 students per table. The instructors, they're in the middle of the room. They walk around. So it's a lot of engaging and a lot of active learning in the classroom. So students in our program receive their lectures at home. So homework in the classroom with your friends and faculty members. So students get their homework 48 to 72 hours in advance. And then once you come to class, you talk about it, you collaborate, you work together. Students do receive iPads when they begin our program, and they keep those for all 4 years of pharmacy school. And then once you graduate, that are yours to keep. So here is a traditional classroom. So this is typically what you're seeing. They're more lecture-based, independent learning, passive involvement. They have more of stadium seating. Then here's the Marshall classrooms. So they are very team-based, collaborative, have active involvement. And this is what you'll experience here in our program. This is our compounding lab that we have. So you'll see it's all state-of-the-art, all brand new. Up front here, there is a small camera, and the instructor will stand in the middle of the room and demonstrate. So students don't hover around them as they're working on their experiment, and everything is modeled up here on the TV screens. Back in the back, there's a scrub-in area where you learn to do sterile compounding. So you would actually scrub in, kind of like how you're going to get ready for surgery or a procedure. You would actually scrub in. You would put on all of the PPE. And then this area over here on the side, you can kind of see a window. That's our sterile compounding room. So you actually learn how to do something sterile. So the next one is about our program insights. All of our rotational hours are built into the program. So you do earn 3 certifications, those being medication therapy management, diabetes management, and immunizations. And a lot of our students here locally right now, even with the pandemic, are doing flu vaccines. So if you haven't got your flu shot, make sure you get that. You also will receive an intern license in all 3 states just because of our location. So you'll get one in Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. Just some program outcomes about our program. The on-time graduation rate is 94%. Our NAPLEX first attempt pass rate, so this is your licensure, was 85%. And our graduation job placement at the time of graduation is 88%. And this was the class of 2019 that most recently graduated. So here at Marshall, we have what's called a BS to PharmD. There's several different ways you can enroll in pharmacy school. There's a 2+4 option, which I'll get to here in just a second, but then there's the 3+4. So if you're interested in getting a bachelor's degree, this is a good option for you. So you would major in chemistry or biology in the College of Science, or major in health science in the College of Health Professions. You do have to meet the GPA requirements. You do apply for early decision, and then you would have a seat in the class. So you would go to Marshall for 3 years, complete your prerequisites, and then after those 3 years, you would apply to pharmacy school, be accepted to pharmacy school, start pharmacy school, and then after your first year of pharmacy school, which is called your P1 year, we send all of your credits back to the university and they award you with a bachelor's degree. So it's a really good option for you, especially if you're wanting to get a bachelor's degree, but you don't need to. So here is our Early Assurance Scholars Program. This program is new. It's more of a 2+4 type program. So you must enroll as a freshman at Marshall, have a 3.4 or higher unweighted GPA. You do have to meet the ACT or SAT requirements. So you have to have a 24 composite on the ACT, 21 in math, or an 1160 on the SAT. How you would apply: you would complete the Marshall undergraduate application and be admitted. Then you would complete our MUSOP early assurance application, and that's on our website, marshall.edu/pharmacy. So just some program benefits about it. You do get mentoring.
Hey, Brittany, I don't mean to interrupt. I can't see your PowerPoint. It's not showing up.
Oh,
So I just wanted to let you know.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, Amanda. Can you see my screen now?
I cannot. Okay,
Yeah,
hold
me
on,
too.
it's doing something. There we go. Now I can
I'm having like major internet issues,
it's okay.
computer issues. Now can you see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, so do I need to start all over or?
No, you're fine. You can just pick up where you left off. You should be good.
Okay, so this is about our early assurance scholars program. So I will repeat some of this. Actually, let me go back. Okay, so about our program here, this is more of a 2+4 program. So you do have to enroll as a freshman at Marshall, have a 3.4 or higher unweighted GPA, 24 composite ACT, 21 in math, or an 1160 on the SAT. You would complete the undergraduate application and be admitted, and then complete our MUSLP Early Assurance Scholar application. And then you do receive some mentoring from pharmacy faculty, be invited to exclusive events, no PCAT scores required. You do get membership in the pre-pharmacy club and then admittance into our PharmD program after 2 years. So we also have here at Marshall, we have the pre-pharmacy living learning community. So this is where you would live with other pre-pharmacy majors. You would share some of the same courses with the LLC members, have access to peer mentors and tutoring service in the residence hall, have membership in pre-pharmacy club, and then attend special programs and activities hosted by the dean. So where do you start for the admissions process? So we are a 4-year doctoral degree program with no undergraduate degree required, no minimum GPA or PCAT score. So a little bit about financial aid, students with undergraduate degrees. So we do have some scholarships available for you. We have federal undergraduate loans and private loans. Then we also have undergraduate degrees and grad students. So if you actually went and got a bachelor's degree or even got a master's degree, then you can still receive scholarships and receive federal graduate loans. Next would be to check the prerequisite coursework. So here is all of the prerequisites that you need for our program. So we've got English composition for 2 semesters, 1 semester of calculus, 1 semester of statistics, 2 semesters of biology with lab, 2 semesters of chemistry with lab, 1 semester of human anatomy with lab, 1 semester of human physiology with lab, 1 semester of microbiology with lab, 2 semesters of organic chemistry with lab, 1 semester of physics with lab, and then 1 semester of a social science. So that social science can be psychology, sociology, anything like that. And if you ever have any questions about these, you can always feel free to let us know. You do have to have these completed prior to enrolling in the program. We accept coursework through the summer of the enrollment year. You must have a C or better in courses, and AP and dual credit is accepted. So your step number 2 would be to begin the PharmCAS application. So the deadline to apply is June the 1st. So this is how you would apply for the PharmD program. Your last would be to complete the supplemental application and then the interview process. So this would be an interview for the PharmD. We don't do interviews for the early assurance program, but for the PharmD, you would have to do 3 portions. So there's the multiple mini interviews, the MMIs as we call them, the critical thinking, and then group dilemma. So what makes a competitive applicant would be applying early, selecting great references, learning to communicate effectively, and showing passion. So, when you're selecting those references, you want to make sure that those are, people that you've had have worked under or shadowed under. So if you have any type of healthcare experience, any job experience, also anybody that you have had in class. So any faculty members, those are always good references. We just want to make sure that you're not having like your family member or your best friend or someone like that write you a letter. You do have to learn to communicate effectively, because as a pharmacist, you are going to have to learn to communicate. You're going to do a lot of patient counseling in our program. A lot of the work is group work. So you're going to really learn to communicate and then show passion, because as a pharmacist, you want your patient to live a healthier life. So you're going to have to be passionate about that. You can come visit us. We are located here in downtown Huntington at Stephen J. Cobb Hall. We have been in our building for a little bit over a year now. It's all brand new, state-of-the-art school of pharmacy, and it is just the school of pharmacy in our facility. So if you ever want to come visit, you can always just email me or Megan, and our contact information. You'll be seeing that here in just a minute. But we are still doing tours, even right now with COVID. So feel free to just send us an email and we'll get something scheduled. This is the landing. This is the graduate housing that we have here at Marshall. So this is for any graduate student. So business students, medical, pharmacy, PT, forensic science, any grad student can live here. So they are apartment style living, and they're within walking distance of our facility. A lot of our students just love to live here because they're so convenient. And then here is our contact information. So this is marshall.edu/pharmacy. You can always email us at pharmacy@marshall.edu. You can always contact Megan. She's our Director of Recruitment and Development. There's her email and phone number. And then in the bottom is my name. My name is Brittany Thompson. I'm the recruitment specialist here. There's my email and my phone number. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thanks.
All right. Thank you for joining us. When you close this window, you will find a link to a brief survey, and any feedback you can give is greatly appreciated. Also, this is just one of the many sessions being hosted, so please be sure to sign up for additional sessions at WVACRAO.org. And again, in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as other sessions recordings on that same website. So thank you for tuning in.